First at 4, sheriff's deputies describe a confrontation with the man in this snapshot, why they chased him, and how he ended up dead. Also, reporters asked Vladimir Putin himself about the status of Novi native Paul Whelan, how the Russian president responded, coming up. Let's check in with Kim Adams. Kim.
Well, look at this skyline. How beautiful is this? Lots of sunshine. We'll get some warmer weather in here for tomorrow and through the weekend, but there's a change to the weekend forecast you'll need to know about coming up.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Devin Skillian. Karen Drew is on assignment. She'll join us, in fact, in just a few minutes. But first at 4, the Oakland County Sheriff's Office is reviewing the fatal shooting of a 33-year-old man. Deputies shared this photo. They say it shows that man turning toward officers with what they call a two-handed posture after a brief chase, and that's when deputies fired at the suspect, killing him. Deputies say it all started when officers spotted a car that they believed had been involved in an earlier incident in which shots were fired. They saw him at North Astor and North Pike Streets in Pontiac around 9 o'clock last night. They gave chase, ended up using a pit maneuver to stop him, and that's when he got out of the car. The press release does not say whether the man was actually armed. Sheriff's Office only shared that one photo and says no further information will be released until their internal investigation is over. We're still learning more about the suspect in the murder case of the murder of Samantha Woll, the local Jewish leader. About 24 hours ago, police charged 28-year-old Michael Jackson Bolanos with felony murder and other charges. Investigators say the murder occurred during a home invasion. There is no indication that they knew each other. Also, to reiterate, no indication that it looked like a hate crime. Suspect remains behind bars today. His attorney tells Local 4 he believes police may have the wrong man. But again, Jackson Bolanos, for now, remains behind bars. General Motors is laying off more than 1,300 employees at 2 manufacturing plants in Michigan. Not the news you want to receive just before the holidays. We're told 945 of those jobs will be at the automaker's Orion Assembly Subsystems plant in Orion Township. The cuts will begin January 15th, according to a warn notice filed with the state. GM says it will offer the impacted employees jobs, though, elsewhere in the company should they offer or decide to accept them. Reporters put Russian President Vladimir Putin on the spot about detainees Paul Whelan and Evan Gershkovich. We've been following, of course, the plight of Novi native Whelan for 5 years now since his arrest in Russia. Meantime, journalist Evan Gershkovich was taken into custody this past March and will now be held until at least January 30th, we're told. The U.S. says both are being wrongfully detained. Well, during a news conference today, Putin offered his take on their possible release. He said, quote, "We are not refusing to return them, and that Washington must hear us and make an offer that satisfies Russia." Putin says Russia is talking to the U.S. about the situation, though he would not share further details. Russia recently rejected a deal, though, that would have brought both of those men back to the U.S. All right, right now we've got cameras and a big cast of people in St. Clair Shores. A live look at Blossom Heath Park, which today kind of mild given December temperatures, right? We've been spending a lot of time, though, in St. Clair Shores. More about that in a few minutes, but let's get the first forecast from Kim Adams. Kim?
Love St. Clair Shores. Right now it's 46 degrees in St. Clair Shores, 48 in Mount Clemens, 47 downtown and 47 at Metro, 48 in Monroe, also Lapeer and Flint. It's warmer than it was yesterday by 13 degrees up in Flint. It's 11 degrees warmer at the airport and 8 degrees warmer at City Airport. So we are headed in the right direction. Even warmer tomorrow with the help of some sunshine. It gets our temperatures into the low 50s. We do cool off in the evening slightly with some clouds coming in, but overall looks like the temperature trend will remain above average until next week on Tuesday. And there's a change to the forecast for the beginning of next week that could include some rain and some snow. And we're going to talk about that coming up.
All right, Kim. Right now, jurors are deliberating in the defamation case against Rudy Giuliani after a key flip-flop from the former New York mayor. Giuliani decided today he would not testify after he had indicated that he would take the stand just a few days ago. 2 Georgia election workers are suing the former attorney for former President Trump over Giuliani's lies about the 2020 election, and they are seeking at least $24 million after saying those lies turned their lives upside down. Giuliani has already been found liable, so this portion of the trial determines damages. We wait for a verdict, and we will let you know just as soon as one is announced. House Republicans are putting new pressure on President Biden after launching their official impeachment inquiry without specific evidence or even specific accusations of wrongdoing. The House passed the measure along party lines last night. We told you the vote was coming on First at 4. Republicans plan to review the Biden family's business dealings. The inquiry gives them more authority to subpoena people and to uncover documents as they continue digging. During an interview on MSNBC, the House Minority Leader called the vote a political hit and says he sees another problem as well.
But the bigger challenge is that House Republicans have spent this entire year doing nothing. Nothing on the economy, nothing on affordability, nothing on inflation, nothing to deal with the gun violence epidemic that continues to ravage this country, nothing on public safety.
For their part, Republicans really weren't saying much about the vote today as Congress left town for its holiday break. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson has said Republicans plan to follow the truth wherever it takes them. From Westland to Southfield to St. Clair Shores, our tour of your neighborhoods continues today. Local 4 committing to learn more about your community, sharing your stories, spreading more good news than ever before. And today, Karen Drew and Damon Fernandez live in St. Clair Shores. You guys have a lot to share today, guys.
Hey, Devin, we sure do. You know, you can thank a few of our viewers for doing the work and suggesting this time in our neighborhoods, we can visit St. Clair Shores. They say this is a hot spot with a lot going on right now.
Remember, it was just a few weeks ago, we said, hey, guys, send us an email of where you want to go. We got a lot of emails. We really
sure
did. But it was a lot of the folks in St. Clair Shores. Patty was one of them. You'll be meeting her later in our newscast. I just love the power of just an email and someone's words, and it got our attention.
Yeah,
this is a great town.
I met a few people here on the streets, too, who sent in emails as well,
Yeah.
telling us, hey, did you check this place out yet? Did you check this place out yet?
And a lot of it's obviously based on the water, and that's obviously where we're here on St. Clair Shores, right along the waterways. And that's one of the big issues here in this city. We'll be talking about that a little bit later at 5:30 in terms of the importance of making sure that there's no more sewage water overflows and flooded basements. I took a walk and talk with Public Works Commissioner Candace Miller recently, and she showed us the new project on what they're working on to improve the situation, a $27 million project to fix the problem. But what's so cool, Demond, is that these are American Rescue dollars. So the residents aren't paying the money, but they're seeing the benefits. So we're going to go really deep into this project, show you exactly what it's all about and how it's helping out folks.
Yeah, you know, another thing, too, is that every day, three days a week rather, there's a gym, a school gym behind St. Margaret's Church here in town that's opening its doors to people who are some unhoused residents in the community. It's a place for them to take showers, it's a place for them to get hot meals, and a place for them to meet the elements. But one of the big things about this place is that it's the volunteers who make this center work, and they really enable and embody the spirit of go for it. James Ruppin puts away chairs. He says cleaning up is the least he can do to help the team of volunteers at McWarm.
Why not step up? I was homeless in Detroit, so someone gave me some advice to come up this way.
James is one of about 60 people who stops at McWarm, the Macomb County Warming and Rescue Mission inside the gym at St. Margaret of Scotland in St. Clair Shores. The doors are open at 7 a.m. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
It's from November the 1st to the end of March. They come in, they could take showers, they could go to the clothing room, we do their laundry, they have a hot breakfast usually, we do dinner, and then they take a packed lunch with them, and we provide a bus ticket.
Take it as it comes. Be thankful and appreciative.
Everything tells a story.
Carolyn Johnson is the director. She says it takes a lot of donations and about 40 volunteers a day to make McWarm a success.
It's very valuable to keep them out of the cold and just to listen to them. It's heartbreaking, some of their stories. It just warms my heart to see that we could do something to help them, doing God's work.
Oh my God, Carolyn is the backbone. She does everything. She makes sure that she's here early, leaves late.
But to keep going, McWarm needs your help.
We're in desperate need of money. We have the volunteers, and I'll work 20 hours a day. I need the money to help them.
Money for boots and coats, socks, underwear, and T-shirts, and enough food to provide all the meals.
They often talk about that you should give till it hurts. Nah, this holiday season, give till it feels good.
James is grateful for McWarm and stays after to help not just the shelter, but to motivate himself.
Well, this helped build character, and it makes me feel good about myself. And I want to continue on this path, and do well, because I'm tired of going back and forth.
And one of the great things we learned about McWarm is that it is largely volunteer driven. There's even one volunteer there named Blanche. She goes there every day, and the folks there tell us that she's 93 years old and putting in the work every day. Now, if you'd like to learn more about McWarm or how you can help, we put information about their Venmo and the items that they need desperately for donations right now. You can find that all on clickondetroit.com. Again, we are here at the Tunnel of Lights. Karen's not too far away, and Karen, tell us about what's happening tonight. Where are you?
I'm over at the bar, but it's the Cocoa Bar, Damon. Don't worry. But we are going to have a ton of fun tonight. This is the whole setup's going to be filled with people getting cocoa, taking a look at the tree. We've got food trucks over here. Oh, Ben, come over here. We've got the fires trying to keep you warm. We'll be broadcasting right here in the boathouse. If you're by Blossom Heath Park in St. Clair Shores, stop on by. We've got holiday lights, we've got a parade, and we've got a newscast coming to you live from Blossom Heath Park. I'll send it over to you. Devin?
Good deal. All right, Karen and Damon, we will be back to you very soon.